And we live. How are you today,
My
Bijou?
God, how
My God.
many of you know I'm blessed in the city, in the
Mm-hmm.
field, when I come and when I go, and
Mm,
everywhere that I am, I'm exhausted.
You exhausted.
Live on the
I
Facebooks,
thought you were
live
exalted.
on the Ingram, both. I'm both exalted and exhausted.
Mm, mm, mm.
It's
I, lo-
both.
I love
Yeah,
it.
I'm both. How are you feeling, church administrator?
I'm blessed and highly favored.
Ah, ba ba ba.
How about hey, baby? And we shout out.
Eat up and don't choke.
Mm-hmm.
Live on the YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ingram, Facebooks, YouTube. I didn't look at the Twitter. The bird is the
Uh,
word.
the bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. I hear the bird, bird, bird.
Boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
Team exhausted but blessed. I should
Glory. And live on the Twitter, what is that thing called? Periscope.
hmm That's
Hmm.
good. That's good. We out here on all of them. Oh, YouTube. We like okay. Well, good afternoon, Saints.
Good afternoon.
Okay, I said good afternoon, Saints.
Good afternoon.
Amen. Welcome to Sunday Brunch, presented by Why We Hate Church Folk. Sunday Brunch is alternative Sunday school for those who would have been kicked out of regular Sunday school for asking too many questions, or in my case, showing up late. I'm your church administrator, Wood L. Jenkins, and
And I am your tardy church evangelist, Bijou. Amen. And we want to welcome you to Sunday Brunch. Sunday Brunch, and we just like to remind you that Sunday Brunch is a platform where we ask the questions and just stumble through the answers, okay? Don't come here for your doctrine, just maybe for your theology. Amen.
mm,
And so you're welcome once, welcome twice. Welcome in the name of Jesus and rise.
amen, amen. Um,
Amen.
and a they and
And
a
a
woman
woman.
and a woman, and that's a woman now. Amen.
Amen.
That's her pronouns. She and her,
And they and he and him.
and all of them.
Period.
I want my pronouns to be something really weird, like
But you know,
ninja,
that's a thing.
like ninja,
Ninja.
hmm
Well, yeah.
and
Hmm.
shogun, and shogun.
Have you heard from Shogun?
Right, that ninja. See, it works. What
No, it'd
take?
be Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Ninja went to the store, child, buying
Right.
anything.
Take it back. Take it back. You feel that?
You feel that?
You feel-
I enjoyed that so much.
Take it back.
I enjoyed that so much.
Oh. So, Bishi, do you have any announcements for the church today?
I do. I know everyone. I mean, if you've listened to 4 episodes this season, you know exactly where I'm going. Viruses, respiratory viruses are roaming to and fro this nation, seeking whom they may devour. And I mean, I don't want to say not to make light of COVID because at this point in my terror and grief, I think making light is it's all I have. My excuse
Mm,
is that I'm black and we laugh at our trauma.
mm,
Okay, word to Kevin Hart, we laugh at our pain.
mm-hmm,
There are vaccines available. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Sit your ass down. I mean, whatever it is,
mm-hmm.
whatever you can do to oh baby, you know this is
This is my
uh
announcement. Go ahead.
I apologize to those of you who don't know me well because this is my type of carrying on. Don't get vaccinated. Love the funeral home. I couldn't have said it better. So
Mm,
that's where we at with it. I don't want I'm tired of being called for singing at homegoings. I'm tired
mm,
of praying for people who are in the hospital. And I know that I'm not supposed to be weary in my well doing, but here I am, exhausted and blessed. Um, if get the do do do, get wear your mask, wash your hands.
mm-hmm.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. I don't. I don't think I have any announcements other than I would reiterate the things that Bijou saying. It is my other announcement is it is Hot Girl Summer officially ended this past week. It is now Fuckboy Fall, and if you are entertaining hobosexuals, please stop.
Now
They
was the time to get them out.
get them out because when the winter hits, it's gonna be impossible. They even got laws for that in the north. You just can't be kicking people out in the cold. So if you
That's good, sir.
if you if you're entertaining hobosexuals, and men too, you might, because there are such things as sexless innkeepers, and you just don't do it. Don't do it. Stay.
Sexless innkeepers.
Yeah,
That
sexless
was
innkeeper.
see, and that's the difference between beat it up, and I saw the sun, the moon, the mountains, and the rivers.
Mhm, mhm, mhm,
Mm,
mhm, mhm. So
mm.
I would just say, it is now. But protect yourself. Have fun out here,
Absolutely.
but protect yourself. I understand the cabin fever is real, but protect yourself. Also, we have our playlist, which is curated from the guest host and fans of the show of Why We Hate Church Folks. You can find that playlist on Spotify and YouTube Music. I haven't updated it in a while, but it's some good ditties on there. It
Some
is
bops,
some
as the kids
it's
say.
yeah, it's some bops as the kids say. Um, there's a new one that I'm gonna add that's called Dick Doo Doo Dick for that because for the sweater that I had posted that the lady wore to church that day with the penises on it. Anyway, Um, thank you. You're so sweet. She's sweet. That's a nice lady. She said I'm preaching real good. That's all right.
Amen.
Amen.
That was a
But
good message. It's time to cast those homosexuals out from among you.
yeah, the sexless and I'm telling you, don't be a sexless innkeeper and don't and if he and don't and definitely if ain't nobody blowing your back out, don't be supporting these niggas. I mean,
Because
yeah,
there are many ways to pay your fare,
yeah, you know what I
to
mean,
contribute to a household.
right? Cause our heart is a house for
Of
love.
love, yes. Woo.
um, amen, amen. So, with all of that being said, do you want to kick off today's show? Or would you like me to do it? Do you want?
I will again step out of the order of God,
Okay, okay.
knowing that He,
Mm-hmm.
Amen, because God must be a boy, that He is faithful to forgive, Amen. So this is our our final finale. That's the clever way to say it. Yeah.
It's hat day too. If you got a federal.
Well, baby, because if this had came off, I'd have been shamed before God. It's a mess under. I'm a wretch undone underneath this.
She
Anywho,
was like, "Let me puff up this front." Well, I ain't got nothing to puff no more.
got
Mm,
rid of it.
I
What a
got rid of
reveal.
what a.
What a
I,
reveal.
I was just like looking like Conehead out here. Ah, that's my second stomach up there.
Get me out of here. Amen.
Hmm,
Today is the final finale. We've already talked about, we recapped season 2, which,
mhm,
I mean, wow.
mhm.
Who'd have thought?
Not me. Not
Look at
me.
us.
Look at us.
Just look at us.
Not me.
We recapped season 2, and we wanted to talk today about our expectations, what we're looking forward to season 2. So, amen. I will get back up under the order of our master. Um,
Don't use that one. That's
well, I mean, if we're gonna beat her, let's beat her.
okay. That goes beyond patriarchy. That sounds a little slavish.
Sounds a little American Christianity ish. So
I
throwback to
see what you
season
did
one.
there. I see what you did there. I see what you
Yeah.
did there.
So
Oh,
yes, let's follow the master's plan. What are you what are you looking forward to in
I'm looking for a
season
master plan. Hey. Um. So I think So I want to go take a step back for a second. We talked last week about the thing, our hits, our misses of last season, the things we enjoyed the most, the things that we didn't like as much. The one thing I think I liked again, like I liked most about last season, excuse me, was that we expanded a little bit more into, and I had a little bit of a deeper dive into why we feel the way we feel about church. I think first season was very cathartic. It was just like fuck that church shit, and then I feel like now we've kind
Bigly.
of, yeah, we've kind of deep dived a little deeper into why we hate church folk and why we hate church. And not so much just kind of calling it out. And I think in season 3 I want to keep expanding on that and learning a little bit more about, having a deep dive into why I don't like the things that I don't like about church. Like I know that sometimes we feel, so for me sometimes I feel stuff very deeply, but because I can't explain it logically it doesn't feel right. And so I would like to be able to explain it logically why I feel the way that I feel about
Yeah.
church. So I think that's what I want out of season 2. We are hoping, we have gotten confirmations from one person um to do interviews for some of the political opponents that are coming, political um some of the politicians that are
Hmm.
running in 2022 for midterms. And we want to kind of do this thing about um, church and politics, a series on that, and speak to all the candidates that are running that we can actually talk to and see
Hmm.
how much their faith in affects their decisions as a politician. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And I think that in season 3 you'll probably start to see us where we will finally start going into our final arc, which is what I would call, I don't know, reconstruction. Where we find our place. Because I've never my hope was never to just be an enemy of the church, if you will, forever. It was more of a find my way back to God without having to go through the set channels for me. So that's what I'm looking forward to in season 3. What about yourself, woman of God?
Amen. Thank you so much, man of God.
Hmm.
For me, yeah, I really to piggyback, well, not to piggyback, to echo what you said.
Hmm.
Season one was extremely cathartic. We don't like this. We don't like that. We don't like some thing. Like we don't. These are all the things that we don't like.
Right.
And I think this season was really a lot about, well, what would we like,
Hmm.
right? But
Hmm.
still, I don't like this. You
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
like look at patriarchy jumping out again. Look at chattel slavery jumping out again. Like
Just out on you.
just actor.
Hmm.
But I'm looking forward to reconstruction because I mean, as we said from the top of this show, I mean, if you walk through life and try to express yourself, you can promise, it's a
Hmm.
guarantee that someone is going to try to misunderstand you.
Hmm.
Um, but what we've said since season one, episode one of this show was that we respect church, we appreciate it for lots of things that it gave to our life, but there are some huge glaring issues in the forefront that we believe need to be addressed. But I'm looking forward to the culmination of this arc to really rectify where we are, to
Hmm.
get somewhere and sit down.
Get somewhere and sit down. That's
I
that's what you
mean,
got to do. You got to get somewhere and sit down.
yeah. And
Um,
it's funny because like, do we hate church folks still? Well, maybe you have been so much the bigger person. I have not.
punitive,
Um,
punitive.
jail. But there are, I think we've also found through having these conversations that
Hmm.
we all want fellowship. We all
Hmm.
want community.
Hmm.
Um, and to see the ways in which, and of course, we know that we're not alone in this space or even we're
Hmm.
special in our way, but this is something that's happening across the world.
Hmm.
But figuring out personally, what do we want fellowship, community, relationship to look like? So
Hmm.
that's what I'm looking forward to is having those conversations and being able to walk alongside our listeners and friends about this journey.
Hmm. Hmm. The other thing is, I do want to. I'm looking forward to next season, which again is probably a part of the reconstruction art. Um, we definitely want to talk to more faith leaders,
Yes.
and I really want to have a conversation. Like last season and this season was not the season for me to talk to people that don't think like I do, because it would not have been constructive at all. But I feel like this time I can. This time around, I really want to talk to people that don't think like I do, because I'm in a space now. I'm like accountability with grace, right? So like, if you don't believe what I believe, and B's just gonna be over there like jail. But if you don't believe like I believe, I'm willing to listen to your where you're coming from. As long as it's not about two things I won't accept. Obviously, is that you think I should be a slave and that women are not equal citizens. Those two I won't accept.
And
But
that kids don't deserve free food because they don't work.
right, and so there's certain things I'm not going to accept. But if we can have a constructive conversation around the things that we don't agree on, then I'm all for that. I want to have that conversation because I think that I'm all about the soft language now, because I think so many times we push people away when we talk down to them. And if had I not gotten soft language, I probably would still be a homophobic narcissist, conservative. So um
Don't y'all hate when people be like making points? Ugh.
so I mean, yeah, you go back to me 15 years ago, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. so,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm and not everybody grows at the same speed. Now, if you probably made it to 60 and you're still that way, there's probably not a lot of hope for you. But and at that point, jail, as Bijou says. But outside of that, I want to have conversations, because I think reconstruction is about finding yourself back to people in a constructive manner, and being able to say, I disagree with you vehemently, and I will fight against the things that you do to oppress other people, but I'm not going to throw you away until you need to be thrown away.
Mm.
You know, and you get
Lord
to
deliver
decide,
me.
and that you get to decide when that is, when you get to thrown away, or when other people get to throw you away. What about you? Is you still with the jails?
Well, I was thinking, I mean, hell, um,
I'm gonna do you like Justin Timberlake.
I want to do you like I want to do Justin Timberlake. Now check
I,
that.
okay, do it. Nah, he was out there ripping boobs out.
I'm sorry if I hurt anybody. What? Anywho,
If, if,
um, yeah.
what's wrong with that? It's if.
Something that's been heavy on me lately is I have church hurt. Let's say my mortgage is $1,000, $1,100 a month. That's my mortgage payment.
That's living
They're
good in Arkansas.
very good. It's a nice size home, but not too expensive.
Hmm.
I know
Hmm.
how to say it.
Hmm.
Um, and church hurt is taking up about $24 a month worth of rent in my head.
Okay.
$24 on 1,100 isn't bad, but y'all shouldn't be in here. That's like saying, oh, it's only one rat. Like, no, everybody
Hmm.
get out of here. I'm
You
saying
got.
that to say that I'm working on learning these new levels of forgiveness and releasing.
Hmm.
People have had like boo boos in the church. This was cancer. So I guess what I'm really going through is like my last round of chemo, to be honest. And I've been making very much light of it and kind of wondering why I couldn't get rid of this $24 of rent, but it literally just hit me that this is not just me putting ointment on a wound. This is the last round of chemo for church hurt. And I'm ready to move forward. Evict, I'm ready to evict these people from my mind. I'm ready to stop harboring hatred and offense and move, because get over it is way too dismissive, to move past it, because that's
Right.
a choice that I can make when I have done adequate amounts of work in adequate amounts of time. So that's
Mhm.
the journey that I've chosen. And maybe it'll be harder to say jail
Mhm.
after I've walked that thing down. But
Mhm.
it's I tell you, it's truly a journey.
Mhm.
It's my last round of chemo.
Amen. Amen. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're at least open to not putting everyone in jail.
Yeah,
Um,
not everyone, not even bad. Not all bad people have to go to jail.
mm, but accountability with a little bit of grace.
Well, if you have to like, so you say accountability with grace, and I'm like, my it's like a three-step process for me. So like what you're saying is warm, and what I'm saying is a three-step process:
Mm,
accountability,
mhm,
punishment,
mm,
grace.
mm.
But God is doing a work in me,
And
and maybe
always,
I won't feel the need for punishment, but right now I'm with it. Like I'm always down for a punishment.
you with the
Even when I'm
shits.
working with my godchildren, I'm like, yeah, punishment, never corporal.
Mhm,
I've decided with my God parenting journey, I don't yell and I don't hit. But
mhm,
you're gonna get punished. There's gonna be a time bound consequence for whatever you did.
mhm, mhm.
Pray for me. And I can hear these thoughts now 100 years from now being completely problematic. Like it's probably gonna be literally the equivalent of whooping kids. I can't believe that in 2021 they were saying put your kids in timeout. They still
I'm
gonna
be
do
and I'm gonna be over there. I still believe in knocking the fuck out in 2021, but
circumstantial, but
circumstance.
no
I
one
mean, not
under.
on a regular. Like
No,
I
no,
don't.
no. I don't think I need to hit anybody under the age of 14. I don't need to hit a child under the age of 14. I
I,
could. I don't need to.
you know, I just feel like there's certain kid like I think you gotta raise your kids based on me and us talking with our kids. But well, you got godchildren, but I just don't. I feel like each kid needs a certain thing. Like some things for me, you could just talk to me real strong, and I was probably gonna be yeah. I probably wasn't gonna do too much, but I know I got some cousins. Unless you put them paws on them, they wasn't gonna mind. So.
I believe in alternative
Mhm,
practices. I have a godson who is an Aries sun,
mhm,
Sagittarius rising, Aries moon.
mhm. Oh, he
He
Aries, Aries.
Yes,
Mhm,
and he's angry a lot.
mhm,
His like most people's secondary emotion is anger. His primary, and it's just how he is. His
mhm,
primary emotion is anger, and if something isn't happening to his body, he's
mhm,
not going to be able to redirect himself. And I could pop him a lot, but there's also wall sits,
mhm,
run laps, and it's funny because it sounds like a punishment, but he likes it, but it also gets the energy off because he needs to
mhm.
do something physical, but it's not necessarily my hand smacking him fast. Which I mean is hard anyway because he's so fast now.
Maybe put him in boxing. Get them in.
He is in foosball, and after that, he will be in soccer and then baseball.
Mhm.
He's going to play sports.
Boxing is a sport.
I don't want him to box. I just want to be honest.
Okay,
I
that's
just
fine.
feel like he would fight to the death.
So what's the?
Okay, that's cage fighting. That's not boxing.
I mean, it's sanctioned by the state. So if he does, I'm just saying
Lots of
it's not.
slavery is sanctioned by the state. We don't do that.
Conflation is not in your bag of tricks. You know that, right?
Are
That's
you
not really.
sure?
Yeah, conflation isn't your thing.
Stream 13 by Ava DuVernay.
I mean, but
I
conflation
don't
is
think
just
I'm
not your.
I don't think I'm
I,
complaining anything because I know an inmate and I heard a story recently. What'd you
mhm.
do today? I was a tractor, he said. What do you mean you were a tractor? All he did that day was plant sweet potatoes. Where do those sweet potatoes go? Have you ever bought Arkansas State sweet potatoes?
Mhm. Yeah, I get it. I know. I know. Just saying, but both people have a chance to win in one situation. The one person has no chance of winning. But neither here nor there. We're gonna do a lot of good stuff in season 3, and
It's gonna be cute.
I just want people, if you got something, we want to hear from you guys. Like if you got something that you want to see in season 3, I'm so open for it. I want to hear what people have to add to it what you want to see, who you want to see on the show if you can. Because I care about the people that if you are watching this show, um, I care about what you think. So I want you around.
Shout out
Um,
to our favorite trustee.
Shouts out. What a lovely person.
What a
It's
lovely person.
lovely
I
person.
wish I had an extra brother.
Hmm. You only got two, right?
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha. All right. So
two and a possible, but they're all married.
two of us.
He's my cousin, but he's like a brother.
I'm mad you the conflation. Spades. Maybe it is your thing. Um, well, with all that being said, do you got what you feeling this week?
You know what? I'm feeling like whittling things down. I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing too much of too much, and I can see the writing on the wall. It's going to be hard to handle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and then even like just coming off the end of Virgo season, I just got
Mm-hmm.
my closet purged. I have
Mm-hmm.
13 garbage bags full of consignment items. I probably
Mm-hmm.
own 27 clothing items.
Mm-hmm.
But all of my clothing items serve me. I'm not holding on to dead things, cheap things, transparent things, pill
Mm-hmm.
things, stained things, things with holes, right? So I'm on this wave of really not getting down to the basics because I'll never be a minimalist, but surrounding myself with things that serve me. So
I think you
long
better
story
let
long,
it
that's what I
go.
baba baba baba.
Mm. Looks like another love TKO.
TKO.
We know, Bijou. We got it. You can sing.
I was harmonizing with you.
Fuck
You're
with
welcome.
you.
I don't sing background often, but when
You
I
don't.
do, it's
You
for
don't.
someone that I really care about.
Bijou over there. I can do better than this shit.
I mean, unless it has a check.
I can do better than this. I knew what I was feeling this week, and now I really did lose it that quick. It'll come back to me.
What you were
It'll,
feeling: money, mental health, relationships, church. No, I mean topically.
mm, all of those things are terrible topics. No,
Lol.
except for the money, because I be getting to the money. Everybody, man. Actually, you know what I'm
Hey,
feeling? I'm feeling this. I'm feeling the cut.
not taking.
I'm feeling. I'm feeling. I don't know. Like I said, I woke up that day going to get a regular haircut, and it was just like, I think I should cut it all off. God, what you think? It's like, yeah. And I didn't necessarily like the cut, but it still felt freeing. Like I didn't hate it. You know what I mean? So I would just say I don't know why. I don't know why I cut it. I don't really care why. It's done. I'm happy with the process. We'll see where it goes from here. Um,
I think we did that thing again
what's that?
where we say two completely different things and still agree because I feel like this is letting dead things go.
Mm.
Conflation. Maybe it
I
is
like
my thing.
I like it. Yeah, I think it's your thing. I think it's your thing. Conflation doesn't have to be bad though.
No.
It can be a
I
fairly
mean,
good thing.
I'm a I'm a good witch. You can write that down in marker. I'll never do you wrong on purpose with witchcraft.
Mhm. Bijou, you because you done the work, why don't you tell the folks where they can find us?
Amen. You can find us. Watch this. Watch this. I got it. I got it. For you. All right.
Mm.
And so we have it on the screens. You can't see it, but I can. You can find us on all social media. I'm sorry, listen to these socials. You can find us at Why We Hate Church Folk on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Tumblr, Pinterest, and Michelle Obama's internet. And by that I mean www.whywehatechurchfolk.com. And then you can find us at Hate Church Folk on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Snapchat.
Look at that. Look at God. Look at God. Well, amen, amen. Stand to your feet and raise your glasses if unless there's anything else you gotta say. Yeah.
Get the do, wear your mask, wash your hands, do your work. I want to
And
remind everyone if we don't talk soon, more than likely, healthcare marketplace open enrollment will start November 15th. Call
Mm,
in there, get your Obamacare. You can get low to no cost health care, which is
mm,
why I'm able to go to therapy biweekly for
mm.
$0 copay.
Amen. And get your therapy if you need a therapy. Get it.
Well, and I think we all need therapy.
Yeah. Mm. Well, with all that being said, you know what it is, and you want to pop it off, or shall I, as always, because I'm the man of the house.
Come on, somebody.
May the Lord watch
Between me and thee,
while we're absent,
one from another.
and in the mighty name of cheese and rice, as you would
Cheese and
say,
rice. Come on.
the church said,
Ah,
Amen.
amen.
And we're out.